Unpacking today, I don't have stories for you. Rather, I have a conversation for you right here on Unpacking on Culture Daily. Today, we're taking it international. We have an artiste all the way from Nigeria right here in our studios. I remember the very first time I encountered him, that was on Glitch Africa, where he performed his song Alone. The song that you heard before this was Focus. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Nigerian artiste Kemuel. Big round of applause.
Yes, I can hear the applause already.
I'm glad you can. How are you feeling? Welcome to
Feeling
Ghana.
amazing.
Welcome to The Music TV.
Feeling amazing. I feel great. How are you?
Me, I'm solid. It's Friday. I'm excited. I'm elated.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is this your first time in Ghana?
It is my first time in Ghana.
When did you get in?
Got in yesterday.
Yesterday. You came at like the right time,
I
if
did.
I should say that. Yeah, because it's just before the weekend. I'm sure you have a lineup of PR stuff to do, but I think it would be very essential for you to enjoy and participate in the culture. You understand?
You mean the jollof?
Very essential. You know,
I've
you
been
need
hearing.
to. That is like it's like a starter pack.
Okay.
Yes, you need to know what the jollof here tastes like, so when you go back home, you can tell them that Ghana jollof is better.
Okay. Ghana jollof is better.
Yes.
Noted.
Yes,
All right.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
So you're killing it. Come on, you're welcome once again.
Thank you.
Now, for those of you who might not know you, if you're asked to define yourself, or if someone asks who is Kemuel, what would you say?
Kemuel is a phenomenon. Kemuel is an artist, musician, creative. Kemuel is the ultimate God experience. How should I keep going?
Oh yes.
No, I'll stop there. But I'm from PH City, Nigeria.
Okay.
Currently, still, finding myself, discovering new sides of me. So whatever you're experiencing right now is just me still
Experiment.
digging deep into myself. Yeah, let's see what we can find.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
I like what we found already. Now, I listened to you already, but I want us to have a conversation for people to get to know you better. Now, beyond music, of course, I'd like to find out what kickstarted your music career, or even your love for music to decide I'm going to be an artist.
Boredom.
That is very honest.
No, I'm going to be straight with you. And you can actually find a lot in boredom, because people think boredom is bad. It's mostly because of the perspective of it. Because, just staying quiet, silence, you hear a lot of things. You discover a lot of things about yourself. Sometimes the noise keeps you distorted, so you don't really know who you really are. So, yeah, during the lockdown, I had a lot of free time away from school. And I play the instruments. I play like the bass and the piano. Okay. So I think I was perfecting my bass knowledge and, practice. And I started like leaning towards my poetry a bit more. And I started rapping to what I played on piano and what I played on bass. And I think I discovered what singing was at some point. And my voice was terrible.
Your voice was terrible?
My voice was incredibly bad.
Wow.
Yeah, so whatever you are hearing right now is...
And it didn't stop you?
No, it couldn't.
When you heard yourself, it didn't stop you?
It could not stop
You
me.
know how people like sing in the snap, right? And then they're playing it back and you just press the X.
Yeah.
You're like, never.
I
No one is
listened to
ever hearing that.
That wasn't me. I had to listen to the torture so that I realized what I'm working hard for to get out of. Yeah. So I think it happened mostly in the lockdown. Then I learned how to produce in 2021 and 2022. My manager found me, and that's when everything started.
Okay, now taking it back again, you know how a lot of artists start from church. You also started from church. That's why you started to play your instruments.
Yes, that's where I learned the piano.
Okay, so what was the inspiration to get in there? Was it just because you had to play for church?
Actually, spot on, yeah.
Okay.
So I think we were short on instrumentalists, mostly the piano.
Okay.
I think I was sick of my dad always paying some snob pianist that kept giving us unnecessary attitude.
Your dad?
Yeah, he's a pastor. He is a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, ignore the tattoos and the hair.
I can't ignore it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
How does he take your career now? And was it really tough when you made this decision?
It was easy for me. I don't know how it was for him. I don't know how.
Wow!
Okay, for my dad, I understand that he he is not just a pastor, he's a man of God. And if you really understand God, God is not religious. God is not a Christian. God is everything that is and will be, that has been before and will be after. You get? So me choosing this pathway does not affect his path, because he is his own person and I am my own person.
And he understands this?
He understands this more than anybody.
So do you still go to sing in church?
And I haven't sang in church since like 2020, yeah.
2020? Is there a reason why?
No, simply because in 2020, I think I tried to sing once and it was bad, because my voice was bad.
Okay.
So I didn't sing again until I got better, but by the time I got better, I already moved.
How were you able to find your voice? Because you're saying that your voice was bad initially.
Yeah.
So what did you do to change it to sound good in order to even make music for people to love?
Okay, because I'm always at rehearsals, yeah?
Okay.
And I play the keys for my sisters.
Okay.
And the choir members. I was like learning a lot from the music director.
Okay.
And with time, I picked up some vocal exercises, and by the time I realized that my voice was terrible, I just tried to implement those vocal exercises on my own. Yeah, and with time, it just got better. It just consistency, it just got better with time.
Yeah, sure. So if I start rehearsing now,
Yeah.
I will be able to sing like Celine Dion at a point in my life.
I mean, if you sing like a fork being dragged on a chalkboard right now, in like 6 months with consistency, you should be sounding like Wizkid.
Wow. Okay, I hear you. I'll try it and see, and I'll let you know how it goes after 6 months.
All right.
But let's take it back to your very first song that you recorded. Do you remember it? And
very first
what
song
that moment, meant to you, recording and releasing it?
Okay, recording it was like I was nervous. I was really, really nervous, and mostly because it was my first time, and there were like a bunch of people in the room while I was recording.
Like who?
So my friend invited me over to record because I freestyled it on WhatsApp, and he was like, "Hey, come over to the crib tomorrow and let's record it." Me getting to his house, I got lost like twice, but like I got there and there were like a bunch of people in the room because obviously it's a studio.
Yeah.
So nobody really cared about me, but then I cared about everybody because anxiety and all that. It was my first time recording, so I was really shy. My voice was really shaky. So when they sent it back, and when I played it and I heard the first line, I was about to press the X thing, but now I listened to it and I was like, okay, this might not be perfect, but I did this already, so I'm gonna put this out and see what the reaction will be like. And I did, and the reception was really nice. So I just kept doing it
from there. I think I see that you thrive on the consistency. Would you say that's what has brought you this far?
Yes, because you have to be able to look beyond the now. It's not like worrying about the later. Just look beyond now.
Oh, I get that. Just in that the sweet spot.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, now let's talk about the music.
All
right?
right.
You've released 2 EPs, and you have a new single out, which has a lot of people talking. That's titled Finny.
Finny, yeah.
Right. We'll get to that conversation, but let's talk about the journey. Certain people that you've worked with, collaborations and whatnot. What would you say have been the high moments for you?
For my music, high moments will be moving to Lagos. Moving to Lagos, meeting my manager, discovering who my manager is, and getting to work with producers that I looked up to when I was learning how to produce. I think I really loved Kubulon because of his work on Oxlade's EP one time. And when I moved to Lagos, I think my first few months in Lagos, I got to work with him on a couple records. So that was a really defining moment for me. I got to speak with Ozedikos too, still in my first year in Lagos, and he made the record with Spinall and Olamide happen in a way. But I feel like that was mostly God. But shout out to Ozedikos still.
I get that.
Peak moments for me would be reactions from people listening to my music, because that's why I do it. All right, I don't really do it for the flashy things. I don't really do it for the likes, to be honest. because the likes will be there and today and probably won't be there tomorrow, but like the impact you leave on people with your music and your art as well will live on even when you're not here. So those things mean more to me. And I've had a couple more moments where fans reached out and were like, man, your music helped me get out of this moment. Your music made me not want to do this terrible thing to myself. And I was like, yeah,
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's why I keep doing it.
Doing the music. So when exactly would you say officially or professionally you started music?
2022.
So 2022, that means it's been 3 years.
Yeah, it's been.
What, looking at that journey, does that excite you also for future prospects?
Oh, yes. I'm very excited because in 3 years, I've been able to, get better at so much with the way I relate to people. My communication has gotten so much better because I am so terrible at communicating due to where I grew up and how I grew up. But like 3 years of being with my team and 3 years of being, this version of myself has really helped me grow, not just as a musician, but as like a person. So I'm really excited.
That's interesting, right? Now, I want us to talk genre, right? Because you know how lately artists come up with their own genres. Like it's like there's a base, and if I add to it in something unique, I want to name it to have that.
Okay.
What would you say your preferred genre is in making music, and are you looking at experimenting new things?
Yes, I'm always looking to experiment. I am actually that guy that's always going to experiment with the sound. Yeah, when everybody is scared of trying to experiment or trying to go in one direction, I'm always gonna go left. Simply because most times going left is the right thing to do. You didn't get that.
Oh my bad. Come again.
I said sometimes going left is the right thing to do.
Oh. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
One thing I feel like we have in common is that I also have been doing this for 3 years.
Awesome.
And going right, it's not the where everyone expects me to go. It's not where I want to go. Like, everyone is like in a white collar job, and I'm like, no, I want to listen to TV and talk. And I think I have tried. I've done amazing in my studying, so I totally get what you're talking about. When everyone expects you to go here, and then you go the other way, and it still works out. Yeah, I get that. Now let's talk about Finny.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
There are these nuances in the song that I feel like they make so much sense. And I'm sure everyone will get what I'm saying because after the interview, we'll play it for you to have a listen and a look at the video. But what was going through your mind when you were making this? What's the motivation behind Finny?
Yes. So with Finny...
What does Finny mean?
Finny is I coined it from Stephanie, the French phrase that says it's finished.
Okay.
Yeah, so I coined it from Stephanie. So it's supposed to just mean finish or finishing move.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But the goal with Finny, I was experimenting again on how well I could, transcend feeling into sound. Like perfectly blending elements that would give a feeling immediately you listen to the song. Because some songs, you hear it, I'm like, that's a really great song, but it didn't leave a feeling with you.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that Finny left a feeling with
Yeah,
with every single person that listened to it. From the first listen, you're like, that song is something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you achieved that because when I heard it, I was like, what?
Exactly.
Okay, so there's no aside the making of the music and the sound, talking about storyline, what was the motivation over there?
The motivation obviously was to create something extremely intimate but still playful, just a nice balance of something intimate and something playful still. Yeah, because it's sometimes things are serious but it's never really that deep.
I knew you were going to say that. And artists have a way of playing around the words, and they seem like, oh, they're calm in person, but when you listen to that song that this boy will be a bad boy. But then again, I'm gonna leave that to the people to judge because we're playing Finny right after this interview. Now, of course you have to try Ghana Jollof. You can't even leave without doing that. But I want to know what's next for you, and what Ghanaians especially should be expecting from Kemuel.
Yes, simply because I've always loved the Highlife from this part of Africa. I even have a song that I named ABENA. Yes, and
ABENA is tied at this point.
ABENA will be okay.
Okay.
She'll be fine. We all love her
Okay.
around the globe. Everywhere. So yeah, I have a song titled ABENA, yeah,
Okay.
because I love Highlife and I love the way the Highlife here sounds. I really love the groove.
Who are you usually listening to if you're listening to high life music from Ghana?
From Ghana, yeah, I don't have a specific person I listen to when I listen to Highlife music. I just pick like certain songs that I'm like, okay, add to the playlist. Mostly I don't like to even put terms and labels or like genres to music. If the feeling is right, I'm gonna keep it on repeat.
I get that.
It's maybe later on when I want to try and find some more of that. Maybe I'll start looking for the source of where it comes from. But yeah, I listen to a lot of Amare though. High Life aside, I listen to a lot of Amare, and I love her music. I love her music. I listen to Kojo Black. I listen to all of the boy. I love him. I love the way they, reurbanized the High Life music and mixed it with Afro pop. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah, but my fans should expect a couple collaborations because now I'm coming out of my shell. That's what Finny was supposed to do.
We are happy for you.
Yes, thank you so much for being happy for me.
Because when there's talent, people, and I feel like happens to people who have a lot of talents. Like you're scared of what you have and what it's going to do, or how it's going to impact people, and getting ready to embrace what is going to come with. But again, we're happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm ready now. So I might, or I will, or I hope that I'll be able to make some music with, a Ghanaian artist and, artists generally. Yeah, but
I mean, you're in Ghana. You should.
I should.
Yes.
I will.
Meet up and link up with our stars. I'm sure a lot of them will be open to join heads and then make something nice
God
before
willing.
you leave.
Yes.
That would be nice. All right. Thank you so much for joining us here on Unpacking, on 3 Music TV Unpacking. Finally, let us know where to find you on socials and any other message you want to leave with the people.
All right, so yeah, for everybody watching right now, discovering me for the first time, I am your favorite artist starting today. My name is Kemuel, and that starts with a K, ends with an L, but we're taking no L's. That's Kemuel. You can follow me on all my socials at Kemuel the Kid. That's Kemuel the Kid. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. You can follow me anywhere really: Instagram, Snap, Twitter. I could drop my number right now if you guys are fine.
Big.
All right,
Thank
cool.
Thank you.
All right.
I want to ask what your DMs are like, but we'll just take that later because I'm sure we'll find you on here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just spoke to Kemuel. You can find him as Kemuel the Kid on social media, and do enjoy his music